Hey everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Thanks for joining me on what I think is one awesome video today. You know, we've had a lot of Broncos come through here and agreed they are great. But when you look at it compared to a Scout, the Scout is really good looking and it's probably a little more functional. Keep in mind that International Harvester started out in the farming business, then went into commercial. That's why you see International on the trucks. This engine in this truck powered many school buses, trucks, and things like that. This was a serious workhorse for farmers, and they decided to get into the SUV world. Then they went ahead and did the Scout 2, and this is the tail end of the run of those, and this is why this one was restored, because of its value, right? We're going to look at the quality of this vehicle. It's actually probably 2 or 3 times nicer than the original factory model was, and then you can decide whether you want to take it off-road or not. It's designed to do that, and it's ready to go, so let's get started and talk more about it. All right, so some cool stuff here is that these right here, these beads here can be color matched to here. We took one of the bolts out just so we could get those done, and those will be done, kind of match this paint. This is a matte black stripe. This is a decal. It's not painted on, so if you don't love it, it can come off. If you don't want it, we can remove that. I just thought it looked really good on here and broke up a lot of that. The Omaha orange paint is not only is it beautiful, it's durable too. You can tell it's got extra coats on it in case somebody wanted to do some off-roading. And I like to show the quality of paint in the video for a reason, because people can make pictures look and do whatever they want. Here in the video, this is real, right? We're going to get to see the ceiling. We're going to get to see the letters in here. And so I ask you, when you look at the paint, don't look at the paint. Look at the things in the paint, right? This is your lesson on how to see how nice a car is, right? So look at the reflection of the ceiling, the lights, the letters. Come on up here, let's check that out, because really, at the end of the day, when you're at the beach and you have your cool Scout there, you want it to look great. Look how crisp all the letters are, really nice. I like the blackout trim on the grill, the bumpers, the headlights to go with all this here. This blackout's been done, so a lot of times people will say, wow, Tone, that's a great looking vehicle, but they don't really know why it's a great looking vehicle. Here we have a lot of great touches on there. Seems to me like the right wheel and tire setup, and if you drive it, which I have driven it, and we are going to go on a test drive together, it is awesome. All right, so listen, we have 2 kinds of people who get a vehicle here. One that wants to go to shows, go to Cars and Coffee, show off their vehicle and things like that, and others that just want to wheel it and enjoy it. I think they're both great. Don't care which one you are. Love the fact that you're one of them. Anyway, my point is that when you restore a vehicle, you want to finish up in here too. We want to detail things. So the engine's been rebuilt, the transmission's been rebuilt. You can see all the new wiring that's in here, new ignition system. This has power disc brakes on it, right? Things we forget to ask about. This has power steering. Again, not every vehicle in the world was standard with all of these things. And when you drive a vehicle like this, with this much size and what have you, you want those amenities. Here, it's there, it's ready to go. And more importantly, while I'm here looking at this, like if you wanted to go to Cars and Coffee and open the hood, how often have you seen a Scout at a car show? Very rare, because they didn't build a lot of them. They were pretty expensive for their time because they were a lot more heavy duty than, say, the Bronco was. Here, you're getting that great vehicle that you can wheel this weekend. All right, so I'm spending a second back here because I'm thinking about field parties, circa 1979. How cool would this vehicle be when you could pull up into a field and other people couldn't even think about pulling into the field because they would sink into the ground? These are the original tailgating type of vehicles. This is beautifully done. It's rhino coated line, like you'd get a bed liner sprayed in a pickup truck. So they did the whole bottom of this vehicle here so that you can hose it out, right? It can be used. You could take this someplace and use it, and on top of it, you can hang out here. You can add another seat right here if you wanted to that could face this way. You can put some jump seats in here. This already has the convertible top that comes with it as well. And I wanted to point out too, like this is a fully functional roll bar. Like it is bolted all up in here. It's not for looks. It's bolted all the way through to the frame. And it also allows you to get 3-point seat belts on there, so you have shoulder straps as well up there. Anyway, just beautifully done. This is the kind of thing that you want to do. And they did such a nice job taping it off and doing all the round edges, not just spraying it everywhere. I mean, it is professionally done. And I think you'd have a great time with this at the beach or some sort of party. All right, so you're walking up to your cool truck here. I like to think about I don't know, we're going to get in here in just a moment, but think about like you've gone to work on Friday, right? And you've gone in and it's 4 o'clock. You're like, hey, boss, I'm going to roll on out if that's okay. I got a lot of stuff done this week, right? And you jump in this, man, and it's a game changer therapy machine. You walk up and you go, this thing is so cool. Everybody and anywhere I go in this, people are like, wow. Even people who don't like cars, right? See this and they're like, what is it? Because they haven't seen a Scout and there's not a lot of them restored. But however, let's go ahead and get inside because inside is beautifully customized. I have one last touch I want to talk to you about so you can make a decision on it. All right, so come join me inside here because why? Well, I'll show you why. First off, we talked about the Rhino coating that's in here, the bed liner, and that looks really good. These vehicles are built like trucks, right? They built, you know, International built heavy duty over the road trucks, medium duty trucks, things like that, school buses and what have you. It has a lot of the heavy duty features of things. For instance, like even the blower switch, which is working like a champ, is mounted in the dash. It's not separate in something else. It's all of this is metal. The tags are over there on that side like you would have on a school bus since the door to the school bus was over there. Most of the time the tags for VINs and things are over here. It's different because they were a commercial builder, right? Full array of gauges for temperature, oil, alternator, and what have you. This has the original AM/FM radio in it. I might suggest that we hide a digital sound system in the glove box for you. Sorry about that. And that way you can stream your music. If you want, you can do Bluetooth, whatever you like for your phone, nav, what have you. And then also this has a trailer tow package already installed. So here's the trailer brake that's here. And then this has all been restored. This is all full custom seats by TMI. They're super nice, super high-end. This pattern matches the outside of the truck, and it's just really, really nice. Like everything in here is new. This Tuffy console is new too because you can put the stereo in here if we wanted to, so it's lockable. And then you got cup holders and a couple other small things that you may not know about, but many of the vehicles you had to get out in this time and lock the hubs. Here, International had already made self-locking hubs, four-wheel drive system right here, automatics right here, hood releases right here. And the last piece to the whole equation, it's all restored and what have you, is this steering wheel right here. They did not replace the steering wheel. Don't know why. Everything else in the vehicle, from the dash to the seats, to the carpets, to everything else was done but this. And so we would say to you, we're going to go ahead and paint this. We'll have this restored back to the black that's here. But maybe you want to get like a 3-spoke stainless and kind of wood wheel to add a nice little upscale touch to the truck here, whatever. Lastly, at the end of the day, imagine taking another couple to dinner, or going with the kids to dinner, or at the beach, or some event. It really does make food taste better, life is better, and therapy is no longer needed. All right, so we want to close up this super cool vehicle. I love this emblem right here, the IH for International Harvester. Remember, they started out as farming equipment, then became a commercial over-the-road truck equipment, and then they became a builder of these vehicles. The new Scout is getting ready to come out in 2026, I believe. This is going to make these even go up even more in value. And then when you have things like power steering and power disc brakes and a beautiful restoration in Omaha orange, you got a beautiful roll cage in here, great interior, all this stuff that's been done. I don't think you understand how long it takes if you've never restored a vehicle before. This could be 2 to 3 years to get to this level. You'll spend way more than this vehicle costs to get it done. And somebody restored it, they drove it a little bit, and now it's ready for you to enjoy next weekend. Anyway, call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this cool Scout too. And if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up down below there. It helps get our message out. I really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. We have new stuff coming out all the time. And if you might think about it, share it with your friends. They might like to see it too. And I'll see you on the test drive. All right, so what's the big International Harvester V8 commercial style sound like when it fires up? Well, it sounds like a lot of power is what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and hear what that sounds. All right, so what's it like to own something as cool as a Scout, right? When you see Broncos out there, they're great looking, no doubt about it. But when you see a Scout, you know, a much heavier duty vehicle built by a company that built commercial vehicles, right? The engine and transmission in here is built to power large trucks, right? And the restoration on this is really nice. So very few miles are put on it. There's a couple adjustments left to do on it. I wanted to get the video out there real quick to show you how easy it is to wheel on a regular thing. We're not going to go off-road today. I know, stop asking, I know, you want to say, what will that thing do, Tom? What will it do? And I'll tell you what it does do. It goes anywhere you want it to go, right? Around some corners, on a beautiful road, going out to dinner with the family and the kids. Can you imagine going someplace like the beach or whatever in something like this? It would be awesome. Oh my gosh. Dinner tastes better. The beach is better. Everything's better in a Scout. But having said that, I'm going to let you be the one to take it off-road. You can get it dirty. I'm not going to do that for you. You're going to get a nice clean vehicle from us, ready to go and what have you. There's a tiny little squeak I hear, and it must be from this seat because it's all upholstered and all brand new in here. We'll get rid of that little squeaky rattle thing. I don't know if it bothers you. It does bother me. But this is a nice feature too. I feel nice and safe in here. I feel like I can really enjoy it. So hopefully you're enjoying the ride. And more importantly, thanks for getting me out of work today, right? You know, the boss, he is tough, man. He is tough. He don't let me do anything. But I do enjoy getting out here and going for a ride on these great windy roads and these cool cars. And this is really like therapy. When you can do this and jump in this after work, you can't do anything but smile. Also, too, we can hide a digital sound system in the glove box there, and that'll make it upgraded, leaving kind of that stock radio there, make an old school dash. And lastly, decide what you want to do with the steering wheel. That's the last piece of this. Do we want to paint this black? Do we want to get like a wood wheel with spokes on it? And we can discuss that when you're ready.